Welcome to African Catholic Youth Voices, a podcast service of the Pan-African Catholic Theology and Pastoral Network. My name is Sister Titilayo Aduloju, a sister of St. Michael the Archangel, and I'm your host today. And here with me are young people from Kenya. Yeah, we have talked about politics and the politicians. How can you form yourself as a team of believers, of young Catholics, African Catholic youths, having strong faith to shun the politicians' allurements of using you and other youths, other young people to promote violence? I think we all believe that if we have something doing, if we create jobs, the church, the individuals and the politicians, even the NGOs can help in this, in creating jobs. That if youths are having jobs, they are doing something, they will not be going after the politicians to get shillings for them to promote violence or to cause a crisis in the society. So it is very important, and I'm also challenging you in your cohort to start doing something, to start being creative on how you can help yourself to get something, to be self-employed and do something for a living for yourself. Even as you are schooling, you can still help yourself, get something to be doing, to assist even your parents, to assist yourself and all that. Thank you very much for that. I believe you are all embarking on some projects. I want you to briefly tell us about these projects that you are embarking upon, how you hope to achieve these projects, and you tell us how we will measure this by the end of 2023. Okay, so that means that your project must be measurable and must be within a time frame, which is by the end of 2023. Basil, so what are the projects that you're embarking upon in your cohorts?
Thank you, sister. So we have cohort projects and national projects. So in our cohort, our main project is one, we want to mobilize more members to join the BBI Africa Team Kenya, so that we can have more members being aware of this association, and that will help us to move forward objectively. That is one. Two, we have our research as our another major project. Our research, majorly we are reflecting upon the response that we got from the synodal encounter with the Holy Father. The main national project we are looking at right now is the formal launch of BBI Africa Team Kenya, in which we shall formally roll out our events as a national team. That will be somewhere around February, in this month actually. Yeah. Oh,
this month to launch it?
Yes, formally.
Formally in the country?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So are you looking at all the cohorts in Kenya together? Or?
Yes, we are. We are looking at all the cohorts, because the team, Africa Team Kenya, consists of all cohorts from Kenya.
Okay, that's fine. And you are carrying everybody, all the cohorts along?
Yes, and their members.
Yes, other members. Yes. Okay, that's good. So I hope you will invite me to the.
You already invited, sister.
All right, that's fine. Okay, Omondi, what are you doing in your cohort? What are the projects that you are embarking upon? And how do you think we will measure it? You know, Basil has told us this. So by the end of February, if he doesn't invite us for this launching, then we hold him responsible.
So for the CIP cohort, the Consolidated Institute of Philosophy, we are really looking into this, reaching out to other members in the communities, in the societies, so that it is not only something that happens within the school environment, but also when you go for apostolates, when you go for holidays, we reach out to other youths, our classmates, our friends from elsewhere, that we can come join hands and help others to live comfortably on our planet Earth. And what you have been writing, or what you are still developing in our cohort, majorly is about writing. When you write an article and another article, and upon constant review, we hope that we develop this to a book that can be able to show what is happening in the society, not just an instead of an article of about 2 pages or maybe 3, but we hope to write a book that is able to show all what you've been doing since the group was formed.
Thank you very much. So we are looking forward to have that book. Anyway, we don't have the title already, but even before then, you can be, you don't believe in writing 2 pages, 1 pages. I want you that maybe you also take this upon yourself in your cohort to be writing for the newsletter. Okay, maybe after this we talk about it. You can write in the newsletter monthly, not waiting to when you will have this whole book. Yes, the whole book is important, but you can be writing to educate others in the newsletter. So you may have to look at that. Okay, Mbula.
Okay, like what Basil has talked about, those are some of the projects. And also, we are looking forward to have talks and seminars organize some talks and seminars with the youths, whereby we are going to invite, because mostly we want to enlighten youths about politics. So we are looking forward to have talks and seminars with the youths, where we will invite some politicians who are in Kenya, some of the good role models, politicians.
Yes, you talk about good role model now, but we won't go there today. Maybe for another day, we'll look at that. Thank you very much. Brain, you have something to contribute to that?
I think we can also try to organize some retreat. With this retreat, we may involve different parties and different actors in it, such that we may find an opportunity on how we can embrace, on how we can also try to represent youth, like by inviting those actors will enable us to identify problems that both they are facing and also problems that youth are facing. Then another one, we were also planning on matters concerning climate change, on how we can transform our environment to be green. We organize some nurseries in our cohort with this upcoming rain.
Okay. Brain, thank you very much for sharing with us what you are doing in your cohort, what you are embarking upon, and how you will achieve. So it is very important that you measure this, that by the end of 2023, we come together to evaluate what we have been able to do for the year 2023. And lastly, we want you to share with us some of your plans for the future of building bridges of faith across Africa. Anything you would like to advise us on? Eda, how do you see the future of building bridges of faith across Africa?
I think it's bright, and maybe just to add on what the rest have said, on the three projects that we're currently having, we intend to make them to institutionalize them if possible, apart from formalizing them. And once they're effective, we can be able to replicate with collaboration with the national team to replicate across other parishes. And I think my advice to the Building Bridges Initiative is, let us carry out this with some kind of vigor. I remember the Pope saying that, like the business people will say that the customer is always right. Let us consider everyone to matter here, all the youth, so that we can be able to take in their concerns, their issues, their challenges, and work together as a team, as we journey together as a team with the spirit of the synod. Let us actively take up these initiatives with some kind of rigor, just like the business people will do. Let us own it and be able to give it our best, not as charity, but as justice to ourselves, our families, and
the church. Okay, thank you very much, Heather, for your advice and suggestions. Let me just take one more from Basil.
Thank you, sister. If there is something I've learned from our current president, Honorable William Samoei Ruto, is whenever you're faced with maybe a challenge or a battle, you should have a good strategy. And that is what we want to pass to the members of BBI Africa, that apart from the talks and the meeting, having good strategy is a highway to achieving our purpose and our intentions and realizing our intentions. So I'd love to submit to the members of BBI Africa to have a good strategy moving forward so that you can be able to achieve what we hope to achieve. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Basi. And I would like to thank everybody, every one of you. Thank you, Basil Omondi from Uzima University, Kenya. Brian Otaino from Catholic University of East Africa. Gavin Omondi from Consolata Institute of Philosophy. Winfred Mbula from Tangaza University, and Eda Nabure from Consolata Institute of Philosophy. We have been listening to the voices of young people in Kenya vis-a-vis their take-home from the Holy Father's response and their plans on how to achieve the task. We look forward to the great things they will do for God, the church, and the society at large. Thank you for being part of this conversation, brothers and sisters. Until next episode, when we will bring you a fresh perspective from African Catholic voices, especially the voices of young African Catholics, the cheaters who are ready to win, who are fighting against all kinds of challenges and saying no to all forms of darkness and creating new pathways. And these are the new signs of hope that will bring them to where God wants them to be. Of course, it is a collective effort to build a continent where our young people can dream tall and achieve their goals in life. So, see you next time. Until then, remember that you are the church of now. And as such, embrace your role as the present and future of the Catholic Church by building bridges of faith across Africa and the entire universe. Build strong relationship with God and your community, and take good care of our common heritage. I repeat, take good care of our common heritage, the planet Earth. See you next time. Bye.